this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I just want to talk about stop accepting fake love. Now I know you probably heard that a lot, and sorry about my air conditioner, it's pretty loud. It's hot here in Texas, but so I hope you guys can hear me clearly. But yeah, so stop accepting love that is a facade. Like, you know it's not real, but you try to make excuses for it. You try to pretend that it's something more than more than what it really is. You allow yourself to get into a situation where, you know, people like you just enough that it gives you the impression that they love you, because their words are saying I love you, but their actions may show they just like you, or maybe they don't even care about you, but for some odd reason you continue to stick around with it and you clinch tightly to it. I think a lot of the times the issue is it's not just that we just want to believe that person's words, because words, you know, especially for a woman, words attaches to our souls, our spirits, y'all. Like, we love to hear good things. I mean, and you could be slapping our face and be like, I would never hurt you. For some reason, our brains, we're just wired weird. Our brains would be like, yeah, they said they'll never hit me. I mean, they did slap me, but probably they slapped me because of something I said. Or maybe they're just joking. Like, we do too much. Like, we think too deeply on stuff instead of accepting things for what they are and what's going on, like accepting it for how it is. And that's the part that gets us in trouble. I mean, men do it too. You know, there are men who overthink, you know, or believe deeply what someone says to them versus their action, but typically it's women that do that. So we have to start making sure that people's words are matching their actions. So how can you tell me that you love me, but you lie on me, or you curse at me, or you beat on me, or you're rude and disrespectful, you know? Or how can you tell me that you love me, but when I need you, you're not here for me in any type of way? Because people can be there for you in all types of ways. You can be there emotionally, you can be there physically, you can just offer your time, you can offer, you know, things on a monetary level, anything. People can be there for you and show you love in so many different types of ways. And if you're needing somebody to be there and they're not ever there, and they don't show up in the ways that you need them to in that moment, and you told them like, okay, I just need for you to just call me, so, you know, I need to talk, or maybe I need to just borrow $20 because I need gas in my car and money is tight right now. Whatever it is, but they always have an excuse, or I can't, I have to work, or I don't have it right now. But then you find out like they're out partying and, you know, spending money on new outfits and things like that, but you know that you're in a situation where you seriously need help, but they're not there for you. That person can't love you if they're not willing to empathize with you. Like, I believe that when you love somebody, you love them like you love yourself. So yes, true, sometimes you may connect yourself to people who don't even love themselves, and that's something you have to be careful of too. If you know that person is careless with themselves, they don't carry themselves well, they talk negatively to themselves, they don't believe in themselves, whatever, and the list goes on, then you need to not try to extract love from them, because they can't even love themselves. So you already know going into the friendship or the relationship that it's going to be fake, because they're giving themselves fake love. But for the people who you can see that like they genuinely love themselves, or they care highly about themselves, they don't put themselves in situations where they could be harmed, or where things can be taken from them, or, you know, where they can, you know, just be in a situation that's really detrimental to them, then you know at that point that that person knows how to love themselves. But if they're not willing to give you the love that you need, or try to give you the love that you need, because of course getting the love that you need comes from you. It starts with you first. So you need to know that you don't need to be attaching yourself to people who just want you around just for what you can do for them. You know, oh, you're their best friend and they love you then when they need to get a ride to work, or when they need somebody to talk to in the middle of the night because nobody else is talking to them, or when they need love, or they need to feel some affection and you're there for them. You're that warm body that'll show up for them, you know, and the list goes on. Then all of a sudden they love you and you're the best thing that ever happened to them. But as soon as they have other options, they have other friends in their circle, they have other people they're interested in, then you don't matter as much. You know, you're just somebody that you feel, I mean, 9 times out of 10, when you're in a situation like this, what happens is you tend to feel like you're replaceable. And is that love? No, it's not. If you're talking to a person about something you're going through and they're always talking down to you, saying like, well, you're the stupid one for dealing with that, or it's your fault that this happened, and you know, nobody told you to settle and do that. And instead of being empathetic and understanding that you're human and you made a decision that may not have been the best for you, and now you're hurting and you're going through the pains of it right now, instead of them being understanding of that and just offering a listening ear and letting you vent, and you know, not so much being a yes man or a yes girl, but just being there to listen, at least for that time that you need to just get it out, and then offer, you know, like, well, you know, maybe next time this is how you may want to try things, because you know this way wasn't working, you know, and so let me help you get through this. If they're just like, I told you, I don't want to hear it, get away from me, I'm tired of it, like I tried to tell you, you didn't care what I had to say back then, like they constantly trying to put salt in your open wounds, then that person don't love you. They don't. I don't care if they're your sister or your brother, your mom, your daddy. It don't matter. That person don't love you. They don't love you genuinely. They may have a facade. They may feel like they love you, but truthfully, they don't. And again, like I said, a lot of times when people show you fake love, and when they don't love you, or they don't know how to show you love, it's because they genuinely don't, because they don't love themselves, and so it kind of bleeds off into everybody who's attached to them. But you need to not accept it. I mean, don't make excuses for people. I think a lot of times, I mean, even myself, I've been through situations like that where I was holding on so greatly to what someone was saying to me, like they loved me, they wanted to be a part of my life, and I believed it, but the actions was total opposite of what was being said to me. You know, it was like just tearing me out. Like I felt like a sheet of paper just being torn apart every time that I would hold on to the words of that person, and there was nothing to show for it. It was just all talk. I could tell you I'm going to give you $100 tomorrow, and you're waiting on this $100, and I never show up. Imagine if I keep on saying that to you. Oh yeah, tomorrow, and every time you see me, I'm just like, hey, what's up? You know, like, let's hang out. But I never mention the $100 again. And if you bring it up, then I'm like, oh, you're just being insensitive, or you're being selfish right now. You're just making it all about you. You gotta believe me. If I said I'm gonna give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. Like playing those mind games with you, and you're sitting there like, well, you told me tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and now you have a problem with me holding you to your word. That's not love. That's people who they just want to make things about themselves, and they want to tell you good things that they know that you want to hear, that they feel that you want to hear, so that you'll stick around. And a lot of the times, the only reason that people do that is, one, because you allow them to. So stop allowing it. You know, if people are not holding true to their word, you have to disconnect. There's no waiting around. There's no maybe they'll change. 1 or 2 chances, you know, because we're human. And especially if it's somebody new and they're trying to like be in a relationship with you and they're making promises like, oh, I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you know they're not used to you yet. They don't even know if they even like you enough yet to do all the stuff that they're promising. So I say, you know, give it a little bit of time. But if it's somebody who had time already and they're constantly showing you that they're distrustful, and they're dishonest, and they are misleading, don't allow yourself to stay, because what will happen is you're going to stay there and you're going to end up being the one that's wounded. Not only wounded off of the lies and feeling like them telling you that they love you and they care about you so much, is, you know, you're going to feel that pain of them just being dishonest with you, but you're also going to feel the pain of their actions not measuring up, especially if you're the type of person that if you give a promise or if you tell somebody that you love them and you genuinely love them and you show it, it's going to hurt you. It's going to tear you apart, and it's more damage than it's worth. So you're going to have to learn how to take those scissors, honey, and just cut them off. I mean, it hurts. It really does. It hurts a lot, but it hurts worse to continue to hold on to someone's false promises, someone dangling they're going to be with you over your head, and you know it's turned into a lie. They're not doing anything to prove it. They're not doing anything to prove that they're going to be a part of your life like that. Or someone dangling just a relationship, like a friendship, over your head. We'll be best friends if you stop doing this or you stop doing that. That's not love. Like, they're not even accepting you for who you are. Or when me and this person aren't friends because I know that you and them got a problem with each other. Y'all don't like each other. So then maybe if after we stop being friends, or maybe after, you know, when they move out of town, then me and you can be friends. Do you want that? Like, no, that's not what you want. You want somebody who's going to accept you, and if they're saying that they want to be a part of your life, they're going to show it, and they're going to make moves now, not make you wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road till things get better for them, or till they feel comfortable enough with making a decision to be your friend, making a decision to be with you, making a decision to marry you, whatever the decision is, whatever the situation is. You just have to know. We just have to know when to cut people off. You know, honestly, as long as we stay around, we're just building up their ego. That's it. You know, as much as you keep pouring into them and giving them all your feelings and all your love and being there for them and loving on them and, you know, waiting for them, it's just building their ego. They're not going to feel like they have to make a decision. They're going to stand up, they're going to sit there and be like, hey, well, she's been or he's been putting up with this for this long. So what's the problem now? Like, I don't have to rush. I don't have to make a decision. I'm not afraid of losing them, because they know they're not losing you. You have to make sure that they know that they will lose you, and you have to stand firmly on that and make that decision to evacuate the situation. Don't stay around and let somebody pretend to care about you, pretend to love you, pretend to do the things that you want. Like, if it's a person that you're dating and they're saying, well, I want to be with you, but every chance that they get, they never make that step forward to being with you. What are you waiting for? There's so many other people out here who would love to be with you. There's so many other people out here who would love to be your friend. Like, don't settle for anybody. And if you're feeling to that point where you feel like, you know, you just feel like it's getting stagnant. You feel like you're emotionally drained dealing with this person, cut it off. It's not real love. Real love is not draining. It's not painful. It's not confusing. It's kind. It's nurturing. It's an action. It's an action. It should be an action word. You know, where people should be able to say, you know what, I love this person, so I'm going to show them in any way I can. So, y'all remember what I said. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into real love, fake love, all that kind of stuff. And we can definitely talk about it more if you like. But let me know what you think. Put some comments in the comment box below. We'll talk about it. And keep your head up. Don't accept fake love. Make sure that you know that people's words are matching their actions. Actions means more than words. I don't care what kind of person you are. Actions mean more than words. People can say anything. If they say they love you, make sure they're showing it. If they say they want to be with you, make sure that they're showing it. If they say that you mean a lot to them, make sure that they're showing it. And y'all let me know what you think. And we'll talk next time. Bye.